6 furlongs for 2-year-olds. And they're off. Away they go. Canford Cliffs jumped out alertly in the orange jacket, almost leads through the first furlong, is definitely in front, in fact, from Flying Statesman. On the near side, No Hubris is right up there. Red Jazz in the royal blue Al Razum. They're trapped by Moore and Graw and Fremont. And then behind these Air Chief Marshall, away to the wide outside on the extreme left, Rains Cross, with just inside Rains Cross is Treadwell with a white face. Further back in the field is Marsh Warbler with Extension, and Rakan is the back marker. Canford Cliffs has now got some company. Red Jazz in the light blue sleeves, and on the right the white face No Hubris. Al Razum is coming there, and also on the left Flying Statesman, almost 5 in a line. They're tracked by Air Chief Marshall, now being galvanised by Murta, followed by Moore and Graw and Treadwell Extension. Fremont under pressure from Rakan, and then Rains Cross and Marsh Warbler has dropped away. Canford Cliffs is finding something in front with a furlong and a half left to go. Skips a couple of lengths or more clear of No Hubris. They're really playing catch up now, and this looks a smart 2-year-old. Canford Cliffs draws 4 lengths clear into second. Rakan giving chase, but chasing a shadow here as they race up towards the line, and Canford Cliffs is stretching well. Oh, he looks really smart. Canford Cliffs wins the Coventry. Extension grabs second then, followed by Rakan. Treadwell on the far side of Moore and Graw. And then further back in the field was Red Jazz from No Hubris, Fremont, Al Razum, then Air Chief Marshall, Rains Cross, Flying Statesman, and Marsh Warbler was last of all and beaten a long way out.
Yeah, a photograph of 4th place involving Treadwell, who was involved on the far side. That was immense.
And also in the race, Barry Bismarck wanted to delay it. Barry Day says it's Bismarck. Six lengths. Wins the Coventry by 6 lengths. A terrific performance. Henry the Navigator won this before going on to win the 2,000 guineas. Ladbrokes make him favourite, also 8-1 favourite. When Ladbrokes for 2,000 guineas. I remember Marshall in 1960. The Irish horse won the Coventry and went on to win the 2,000 guineas. 8 all round. Ball Sports also going 8-1.
The favourite forward. Won't be long. Tony, all yours.
Canford Cliffs goes in on a very hot day here at the Curragh. Steinbeck goes in. That looks it. And away they bounce in the Abu Dhabi Irish 2,000 guineas, and in the early stages encompassing as one of the leaders. Keradari is close up in the green colours. Fencing Master also in the firing line. Oasis Dancer is towards the left. In behind him is Viscount Nelson. Towards the outside is Purple Heart with the white cap as they race towards the elbow. Oasis Dancer on the rail, encompassing right up there. Fencing Master and Keradari just behind with Purple Heart. They're followed by Extension and then Viscount Nelson. As they race along now to complete the first 3 furlongs or so. And the Oasis Dancer from Keradari in the green, encompassing centre of the course. Purple Heart pushed along behind him. Extension is next with Fencing Master, then Sebastian Flight and Viscount Nelson. Steinbeck is tracking Canford Cliffs. Noel Wallop is back in the field with Dynasty and also Free Judgment. Coming up past halfway and encompassing is clear from in second place Oasis Dancer, then Purple Heart and Keradari. Fencing Master over towards the far side as they race down now past the junction with the round course, and encompassing on the near side towards the far side. Extension coming there with Oasis Dancer, Fencing Master on the inside, Keradari, Viscount Nelson. Then comes Canford Cliffs making good progress in the orange colours. Steinbeck is in behind these as they race towards the final furlong. Extension, Canford Cliffs launching his challenge. Free Judgment on the outside. Canford Cliffs goes to the lead now, and it's Canford Cliffs from Free Judgment, Viscount Nelson on Extension as they race up towards the line. Canford Cliffs is getting the mile very well indeed. Canford Cliffs wins it easily. Free Judgment, Viscount Nelson. Steinbeck runs on for 4th, then Extension, Keradari, Sebastian Flight, Noel Wallop, and they're followed across the line by Dynasty. Fencing Master. Behind Fencing Master we had Oasis.
They had a good run last week when with Dick Turpin was second in English Guineas or the French Guineas, and this horse has come back. They have a lot of good milers. He said last year before he went to run in Ascot that he was taking care of the good miler they had, and this year he's an absolutely Paco Boy was the horse there, Group 1 miler, and he said this was a better horse than last year's, a 2-year-old.
So the 1, 2, 3 in the 2,000 guineas at Newmarket. McPhee, Dick Turpin and Canford Cliffs clash in the St James's Palace. Will it be the same outcome? They're set. They're racing in the St James's Palace. In the centre, Beethoven got away very smartly. Down near the inside, Noble's Promise away smartly as well, and Dick Turpin began well out wide, is now starting to cross over and joins the main body of the field as encompassing the pacemaker goes on now. From in second, Beethoven, who's up on the outside as they settle fully into stride. Out deep on the track is Dick Turpin, followed further back then, and they're being headed off now by Steinbeck, who's taking it up. So here's a bit of a turn up. Steinbeck in front from Beethoven and encompassing a 1-2-3 for the O'Brien camp. Out very deep, Dick Turpin is now ranging up to go up and join Steinbeck. Behind them is Noble's Promise. McPhee is further back. Canford Cliffs towards the rear with Hearts of Fire as they race up towards the turn now. And it's Steinbeck on the inside, the leader. From in second, up on the outside, Dick Turpin as they round the corner. Encompassing is there as well, the blue cap of Beethoven. Noble's Promise behind them. McPhee starting to move up with a noseband. Canford Cliffs with 7 lengths to make up from Hearts of Fire and Siuni. Into the home straight in the St James's Palace. And on the far side, Steinbeck the leader. From Dick Turpin the outside, here's Beethoven. Noble's Promise from America, staking a claim now. McPhee behind them. Canford Cliffs is cantering, but he needs a run. A furlong and a half to go now. Dick Turpin kicks for home. He's about a length in front now. On the outside, Canford Cliffs gets into the clear. Here's Hearts of Fire on the inside. Dick Turpin being swallowed up by his stablemate, and he's far too good. Canford Cliffs goes on to win the St James's Palace. Dick Turpin is second again. As they cross the line there, but the St James's Palace Stakes has gone to Canford Cliffs, who was quite brilliant once again once he got the run. Number 2, Canford Cliffs, Richard Hughes, the winner, confirming his Irish Guineas form.
From ahead on camera later, Pat Eddery's horse, Hearts of Gold, ran a huge race, but here comes Canford Cliffs, and it's over in 3 strides.
And when we turn for home, the first 3 were all in the last 4 as we turn for home. So they've all finished really well. And Pat with it.
Look at Jimmy Fortune there with the black cap, just trying to get between Johnny Murtagh and Ryan Moore, and he knocks Johnny a little bit sideways in doing so, but it's a huge run there.
But he's the horse that's improved so much from Newmarket.
So Balthazar's Gift going forward here for this Group 1 JLT Lockinge Stakes over the straight mile here at Newbury. Twice over, nearest to us, may well be ridden positively as they jump out. The Italian horse Worthad began well in the noseband. Twice over on the left in the pink cap, Tom Quealy. On the extreme right is Red Jazz, then Dick Turpin in black sleeves, followed by Canford Cliffs just shadowing his stable companion, and Balthazar's Gift and Premio Loco at the back of the field. The pace looks fairly strong. Worthad and Twice Over, Red Jazz on the far side, Canford Cliffs and Dick Turpin almost together, and then another length and a half to Balthazar's Gift, who's pulling hard, and Premio Loco. So Twice Over ridden forward here by Quealy, alongside Worthad and Mirko de Muro, followed by Red Jazz inside the 5. They head down to the halfway stage. Then waiting in the wings, Canford Cliffs and Dick Turpin, still stride for stride in behind the front trio, Balthazar's Gift and Premio Loco. Heading for the final 3 furlongs, Worthad probably just in front from Twice Over. Then Red Jazz, who's niggled along. Richard Hughes sitting very quietly on Canford Cliffs from Dick Turpin. Then further back, Premio Loco improving a bit, and Balthazar's Gift entering the final quarter mile in the Lockinge, and Quealy gets to work on Twice Over. Worthad still travels well. Then Red Jazz, Canford Cliffs in behind, cantering, looking for an out, and here coming through very smoothly between Worthad and Red Jazz. Dick Turpin trying to gain. Hughes goes for Canford Cliff. Worthad is running on gamely under the rail inside the final furlong. Canford Cliffs gets to the lead from Worthad, and this horse, it's just got a beautiful turn of foot, and Canford Cliffs wins the Lockinge. What a tremendous comeback from Worthad in second, then Premio Loco back in third, Red Jazz, Dick Turpin, Twice Over, well beaten and tailed off Balthazar's Gift, and ridden with complete confidence by Richard Hughes. Canford Cliffs has come back with a tremendous win here at Newbury. He's been off the course, remember, for getting on for 300 days. Didn't run after his victory in the Sussex Stakes at Glorious Goodwood last season. Looked magnificent beforehand and looked even better in the race. What a class act.
Now, greatest mares of all time, is starting favourite in the Queen Anne Stakes. To start Royal Ascot, that's it, they're ready. Stand by, and they're racing. Kate Blanco went straight into the lead in the centre and is ridden hard. So Kate Blanco going on by a length and a half. Flash Dance, who's Goldakova's pacemaker, or supposed to be, is lying second. 2 lengths away, then Ransom Note just in behind them on the inside of Goldakova. A gap of 2 lengths to Rio de la Plata, sitting on the inside of Canford Cliffs, and further back is Cityscape. So it's Kate Blanco on the near side with a white face. Another white face on the far side. That's Mikhail Barcelona on Flash Dance. They're going stride for stride now and setting a real good gallop. Sitting in their slipstream is the champion mare Goldakova. A half length away, Ransom Note. A length further back then is Canford Cliffs, travelling on the outside of Rio de la Plata, and Cityscape whips them in as they race up almost to halfway. So it's Flash Dance who now takes it up from the Irish Derby winner Kate Blanco in second. Then in third is Goldakova, who's travelling sweetly. A length away then in the centre is Ransom Note. Canford Cliffs, Hughes sitting quietly. Rio de la Plata now starting to move up into the picture and staking a claim, and out the back is Cityscape as they race up now with just over 2 furlongs to travel, and Goldakova eases alongside Rio de la Plata, and they take it up now, but here's Canford Cliffs on the far side. They've kicked away from Kate Blanco, who can't find any more. Further back, Cityscape running on. Goldakova shaken up now, but on the far side, Canford Cliffs is staking his claim. A furlong left to go, and Cityscape is moving in as well. It's in the centre. Canford Cliffs, he ranges up, he gets his neck in front now. Fighting back is Goldakova, but Canford Cliffs goes on to win from Goldakova. In third then is Cityscape, followed by Rio de la Plata, gap to Ransom Note. Kate Blanco is second last, and last is Flash Dance. Let's see them cross the line now. Canford Cliffs, he swooped late and he was too good. Canford Cliffs has got up to win it by 3 parts of a length from Goldakova, with Olivier Pellier putting up 1 over. 2.5 lengths, I'd say, back behind them. In third was Cityscape, who's run an excellent race.
And this horse, we have to say, is a true champion, because he is beaten the queen of horse racing here today. This is a marvellous horse race. There you can see 4 racehorses there going away, and the filly fought very hard. Goldakova, there was a battle there, who's going to win? But the male, unfortunately, just found that little bit more. The pound overweight possibly didn't help, but I think he's got beat by more than a pound today. But this is a
second place here, because the crowd at Royal Ascot do appreciate the effort that she has put in. You cannot have a great race and a race to get excited about unless you have 2 great rivals, and this has been a Federer-Nadal tussle, and Canford Cliffs, the younger, has come out on top.
Time for all the speculation and talking to stop. The action to start. The Kipco Sussex Stakes, last one forward. And they're off and racing. And from the stalls, Frankel bounds out enthusiastically. And as predicted, no one wants to accommodate him in giving him a lead. And Frankel and Canford Cliffs, the big 2, are cutting out the early running. But Frankel, despite leading, is racing in hand and pretty settled early on. Canford Cliffs quickly drops onto his rival's tail, anxious not to give away any track position as they climb steadily uphill. Raj the Man in third, and Rio de la Plata restrained. So Frankel now just striding on, slightly leads by about 2 to 3 lengths from Canford Cliffs as they climb uphill. In third is Rio de la Plata, and Raj the Man is at the rear of the field. So Frankel, still under tight restraint, but very much Tom Queally in command of things at the moment, with Canford Cliffs just allowing the leader no more than 2 lengths start. Tom takes a quick look and he'll see that Canford Cliffs is right on his tail. Rio de la Plata in third and Raj the Man in fourth. So Frankel at the halfway stage in the Kipco Sussex Stakes on the descent, still leading by a length and a half. Tom Queally still sitting quietly. Canford Cliffs stalking his rival, then Rio de la Plata and Raj the Man, and Frankel is still travelling comfortably and is yet to be asked on the front end. Canford Cliffs shadowing his rival, trying to decide when, if he can exert any pressure, and Frankel still travels strongly. Canford Cliffs, the orange colours, and now Frankel for the first time is shaken up. Canford Cliffs in second place, over a furlong out. Frankel's acceleration is instant. Can Canford Cliffs, who's drifting left, reel in his rival? No! A decisive no! Frankel, unbeaten, utilises that turn of foot to devastating effect and wins the Kipco Sussex Stakes. What a brilliant horse Frankel saw off Canford Cliffs in the twinkling of an eye. Rio de la Plata and